Hello, everybody. My name's Kim Fee from Simply Fairies Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please do, if you're on YouTube, if you're joining me on YouTube, be sure to be logged into your Gmail account so that you can chat in the chat box with us all. And I'm also streaming onto Facebook, so please do say hi. Wherever you're joining me from. I'm sorry, I'm a tad late this evening. So thank you for bearing with me because I'm normally on at 8:30. And I've had a bit of a fractious day. When have I never had a fractious day? Anyway, I'm just going to wait for people to join me. I can see there's one person on. Please say hi. I don't know if you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube. Oh my God, looks really big when I look down at it and it looks tiny on the screen. Hello, hello. Said person's gone. Now there is not one. I shall wait a little while longer for some people to come on. Hello, lovely. It's you again. Was you on Facebook and then you went over to YouTube? Mummy and Me. Is that Rachel? Who is it? Who's talking to me? I have to write these little nicknames down. How are you, Mummy and Me? What have you been doing today? Have you had a good week? Sheila? Is that Sheila Fee? Hello, hello, hello. How are you? If that is, Uncle Paul is in the hospital again. He'll be there for the weekend. Hello, hello, hello. Say hello to Laura. Yep, Uncle Paul is in the hospital again. He's having an operation. I'm lacking viewers this evening. That's because I've come on late. Let's have a look. I'm just looking for something, so I've gone all quiet. Sorry about that. Yes, he's okay. He had an operation he's been waiting for a long time, and finally come through. So he's fine. He's doing okay. He's up your way. He's in St Thomas's. He's in St Thomas's. I'm waiting for the usual gang to come on before I get started. Sorry, Sheila. Hello, hello, Linda. How are you? I thought it was just going to be me and Sheila. I'm not sure Sheila wants to see me crafting, but there you go. Oh. How are you, Linda? What have you been up to? Oh, you didn't know what time I was on. Do you know what? I'm a tad late. I had a bit of a problem in the car park. A problem in the car park. Now we've got 7. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Please say hi. So it's not just, oh, Sheila says he's quite therapeutic to watch. Do you watch me often, Sheila? Do you stalk me on here? I'm not so sure it's therapeutic for me. I'll get a little stressed when the old tech goes a bit freaky on me. Sandy, Sandy, what's the time over there? Linda went for a walk. Oh, I don't know. I think I walked all round the hospital this evening, so I've had my exercise. Thanks. I just give him my hands an exercise now. Doing this. I brought this back in because I did say, didn't I, that we'd start playing with these. What are they called? I think they're the same as the stamp set. Fresh cut stem dies and fresh cut flowers. Well, let me bring all my bits in because I know that we did this. Hello, Linda number 2. I know that we did this. I'm just trying to get myself together actually because I wasn't ready at all today. I've had a mare of a week, but then I never had a mare of a week. We've had no gas, we've had no lift. The lift broke down for Paul. We've had to change gas meter. I'm running up and down the hospital. It's costing me 20 quid a day just in petrol and parking. And then tonight I goes to come out and I puts in my number of my car and it says, you have to pay £73.60. Oh, God. Yes. No, I don't know. £76, £74.60. My head was spinning in the end. just as well my phone pings my bank pings me every time there's a transaction that goes through, and it used to annoy me, and I'm so glad now that it does. Oh, Shirley says she's watched the one with the owl and another one, and she manages bits and pieces while getting her daughter ready for bed. Ah, yes, Linda, it does only happen to me. Everyone else, no receipt comes out. Every time I press for a receipt, I stand there for about 5 minutes and nothing comes out. And then someone else comes along, they put in their bit and they get their receipt. And I'm like, oh, okay, no receipt for me then. Mind you, I did have a bit of a Barney with a security guard there. He's a bit of a job's worth. And I think he's put a mockers on it because he put me in his little black book. Said, what's your number? And instead of putting it in the machine, he put it in the little black book. It's like, oh, okay. What am I doing here? Do you know what? Let's find my paper. Because, there it is. I thought this time we'd use the shimmery paper because that stuff is just a bit too thick to be cutting all around all the bits and pieces. Hello, Myrtle. How are you? I think it's a little bit later for you. Is it half an hour later? over there in Australia. Oh, let's get some paper cut so we can get stamping and colouring. So I'm still going to use inks. I might just use the watercolour pencils this time because I know I'm always colouring with blends, aren't I? So we can colour with blends if you wish, but I thought we'll have a change, really. There we go. Let's bring in our Stamparatus because this one don't really want to stamp properly. Hi Katie, how are you? Thank you to the person who is giving me some love, a thumbs up and hearts. I really appreciate that. There we go. So I'm using Stays On because we're going to be using water. You wouldn't use Stays On for the alcohol marker blends. Well, it does smell nice. I'm just going to push hard on it. Oh, it's 7 in the morning now. Well, it's better than 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock. I'm glad I didn't have to come on yesterday because I wouldn't have been able to get on at all. It took me 2 hours to get to the hospital and 2 hours to get back. And I only managed to see Paul for an hour. Something happened in one of the tunnels. I don't know if I've got a dud stamp here. Because it always seems to be that little middle bit. Oh, now I've got a bit. I must have a bit of fluff there somewhere. I don't know. That's it. That'll do. That will do. I'm just going to cut that bit. I want to cut 2. And then I'm going to do some layering. Oh, when's it coming out? It's coming out, well, hopefully Sunday's just got to have some observations. Katie says she used her watercolour pencils the other night and they were bleeding. And she forgot to use Stays On. Oh my God, can't you cry when you think you've done really lovely and you've only got, say, like a spare half an hour to colour and then you go, oh no, it's all, look, see, something. I don't know if I've got a dodgy Stamparatus or a dodgy stamp. This is not good, is it? I kind of think it's my Stamparatus because it's actually bowing down that little bit and it should not be doing that. Anyway, we'll throw it over there, I think. So you want to let it, oh, let me put my magnet in. You want to let it dry just a little bit. I mean, don't need heat gun or anything, but you still do need to dry. Let's go different colours, I think. Let's throw them all out. I think this is set 2. Is it set 2? No, it's set 1. That's set 2. Oh. He made a bay window card following one of my videos. Oh, thank you, Katie. Where's my presser thing? Oh, it's here. Here it is. I hope Shirley's managed to get on. Shirley was in the... Where's my yellow's gone? Daffodil Delight. I'm missing a yellow. Pumpkin Pie. Calypso Coral. Oh, well. I'm going to pop them down there and see if... I'm hoping I've got a yellow here. Otherwise... There we go. I'll pinch it out of that box there. Right. I think I might use the old Pumpkin Pie. Calypso Coral. And what we're going to do today is you can either go directly onto your image and just go around the outline. You don't want to colour it all in because you just want to have a light effect. Let's get some water. You could, if you wanted to, use your Wink of Stella so that you've got very glittery, but this is shimmery card anyway. So, Paul's watching and he's trying. He said, I can't make a comment. It said the comments are turned off. But I just said to him, he has to sign in on his Google account. So I'm not sure he can do that there. I'll have to set him up. But, Paul, you can go on Facebook and do it as well. You don't have to sign in on Facebook. So you can use stamping blends if you're a bit worried about too much water and you can't control the watercolour brush. Now, folks, I didn't go far, did I? And I've got, I don't know where the watercolour brush is from. That's my white one. So let's try these colour pens. Now, these ones, just put on your hand so the glycerin comes through. And you can pull it up, but you have to be as gentle can be because it does peel if you go too hard. You're all right on watercolour paper, but oh, it's quite nice. So I'm just dragging lightly because you can always add. So this one you don't have to heat gun because the glycerin does dry. And just to take the colour off, you just squiggle it and off it comes. So let's try a bit of Calypso Coral for the shading. You know, like where it would be darker, in between there, and in between there. Needs a sharpener. it, a little bit more sharpened there. Just in there. Just in there. Now I'm going to come back again, reactivate the glycerin. These are pretty good. You get 3 in a packet. I think they're about £10, I think. And I'm just going in like circular motions and straight lines, up and down. As I say, really, really gently. You can dab as well, just to soften those lines up there. There's several ways of using your pencils. Okay, I'm gonna actually, what I'll do is I'll finish this one off with the blender pen, and then I'll do another one with different colors, and I'll show you several other ways of using your pencils. So let's quickly, I'm not pressing too hard. This is the pumpkin pie again. So it's a bit like colouring at school, really. That's it. Come around here. I really like that colour. Can you see it? I think I'm going to go right down. Ah, thanks for sharing, Myrtle. Can you see that? And you'll see my hands as well, unfortunately. You can't really... let's wait for it to stop going blurry. That's it. There you go. Katie said colouring is relaxing, very relaxing and good mindfulness task. It is. It is. That's probably why Sheila's joined us again. While she's putting the baby to bed. So, and I mean really, 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 really gentle. Use this pen. It's different to the stamping blends because this actually does blend, whereas the stamping blend one is actually called a colour lifter and people use it to blend colours. But you can see just a small piece coloured in, you can drag that out and you've got so much more control. So this is good if you've not, if you're new at colouring techniques and you think, oh, I can't do that. You know, a pack of, even the small pack of pencils, you've got enough colours there. You've got all the colours that you would need, pinks, yellows, greens, blues, and purples. You don't need all the colours. And you can get yourself a pack of those and a pack of these. So I think the colour pencils are about £10–11, and these are £10–11. So for 20, you could get yourself some nice colouring tools and get yourself started. Get yourself confident. You need to be confident well, that's red. Don't want the red. We want the Calypso Coral. Oh, you meant to message me about some good cream to try on your hands. Well, Weleda Skin Food. Oh, I'll have to try them. I've gone back to the oh, what do you call it? The one that Jenny recommended is the Child's Farm. Linda and Jenny told me about it, and that is really good. It's slightly changed because it used to have a beautiful smell. It don't have no smell now, and that's helped this week. But I do think it is really all stress related, so he should be okay when he gets back home. Now, do you know, if you don't want to, you've laid your first layer down. You don't have to use any blending techniques, any blender pen. As you can see, I think if I bring it up slightly, it's weird because on the camera it looks like it's peach, but in real life it's orange. But can you see those bits there? So I quite like that effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to blend it with a blender pen, but I'm going to, you might need to sharpen your pencil a little bit more. You must get a good pencil sharpener. And when I say good, I mean, I paid £6 for this, but I don't know if I must have dropped my pencils at some point. Need to be just a little bit sharp. Just I'm just doing that. Not like you're doing eyelashes. And so stop wobbling. To do it gently now because it's wobbling. I have to find a stand for that separate to the table. I'm sorry, folks, but it's going to wobble. So when I take a photograph of this tomorrow, you'll see the difference in colour. It's not really the colour that it's showing. There you go. That's quite nice. That's just 2 colours so far. So now we want green, obviously, for our leaves. Should have sharpened these. So who likes to watercolour? Who likes to watercolour? We all did it when we was at school. Very badly. Very badly at school. We all wanted to show off our watercolouring techniques. Linda says yes, she likes to, but she doesn't do it that often. Well, we must remedy that, I think. We need to have a colouring class in person. So you'll notice with the watercolouring pencils, I'm kind of doing everything at the same time, but you don't do that when you have blends, because if you went round all of those leaves and then went back over with the next one, it's a little bit harder to blend it in properly. But you don't have to wait on this. Just go like that and you'll get like a wet glistening bit, and you're good to go. So you still get the same watercolour effect. It's a soft one, a soft effect. You could, in fact, use your blends to go over these, so you could use them together like we did last week. Katie says she needs to colour more often. Yes, you do. You need to colour more often. My hands look really weird, but they're not that red in real life. They're not that red in real life. It's because I suppose I've pulled the webcam down. When I get used to the Streamlabs and whatever's, I can zoom in and out through that a little bit different. Let's have a look. So that's a lot different to that, because obviously I've used Granny Apple Green, and I was just about to say don't have Granny Apple Green in pens, but we do. That shows you how much I've used these. Crushed curry. There you go. I might use a bit of crushed curry on them. Mixing my colours. So hands up if you want to do colouring lesson. And Natalie keeps telling me to do a colouring course for a few years now. And I say, well, who will come? And she goes, don't worry about it, even if it's me, just me. I could have just gone back over with the... Oh, will you stop shaking? You're making everybody go dizzy. Linda says she loves the orange. I'm trying not to go... I'm like fighting with this webcam. So I wanted my leaves to look sort of like autumnal. I don't like them little things there. I don't know what they're all about. I think they'd best be green, I think. I did cut them off on the last one, didn't I? Yeah, look. I cut. Don't like them. Don't know what they are. I'm just going down. Okay, just going down them stalks, and then hi Wendy. Yes, Friday again. Do you know what I was like? Really? How comes it's Fridays come around a bit too quick, don't they? I do get caught out, I must admit. So really, I should be like Saturday morning, make my card for Friday Live. And I go, oh, I've got plenty of time. I ain't got to worry about it. I've got to do my global design project. And then Friday comes round and you're like, oh my God, I'm not made nothing. And then I think, oh, you don't know what you're doing. Let me just soften those little bits up. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, I'm gonna bring in the Calypso Coral again. I know like they should be yellow or something, but I don't want them to be yellow. I'm really conscious that this is bringing around when I'm scribbling. I think that looks all right. Let me get these out of the way. Let's pop them there. Okay. Let's bring in, because we said we would, the dies. Katie says, by the time I finished work on Tuesday, it felt like I'd already done a full week's work. Yeah. It does feel like that, don't it? Oh, put the lid back on because you don't want it to dry out. You don't need one for every colour. As I say, once you've finished colouring, if you just, on the paper, scribble it lightly and it comes off. It does stain. And then it's double-ended with exactly the same point. So it's not thinner or thicker. So 3 will do. You won't need no more than the 1 packet. That I can tell you. Look at that. So I haven't got to bore you all with my colouring, my cutting out. Because last week, I think that took about 40 minutes to cut out. 40 minutes to cut out. It always takes me an hour and a half to make 1 card. Don't know why. So because I've got a kind of wobbly table, it seems, I'm going to come over here and just die cut it. Oh, I got the boho blue one came this week. It's quite pretty. It's not. I thought it was going to be light blue, but it's not a light blue. It's is it in the box there? Does it bring the box up? I'll have a mooch, but I think it might still be downstairs. It was like a pinky blue. So we've got a nice colour coming. Those of you that like a purpley. Oh, you are kidding me. Oh, there it is. I thought I'd left the other die cutting blocks downstairs. These are new. And they're awful already. We was cutting up some bits the other day when the girls came round to cheer me up. And we belly laughed all night long. I needed that. I am kind of stressing about Paul in there because I know that they're busy and they've got the time, but when you're putting things on back to front and upside down and you say to them, that's not the way to do it, you have to do it this way, and they go, oh yeah, write it down, and you write it down, and you go up there and you still, they lose things, they don't look after things, you don't even leave the bedside and they've lost things. So I'm getting a tad stressed. And then when they said that the parts for the lift has to be ordered, and they have to order them from Ireland, and the postal strikes, they don't know. Oh, that's come out all right, isn't it? Let me get you a dark bit of paper. It's not too bad. It's a little bit more on one side than the other. I suppose it's not too bad. But I'm still going to hack off some bits because you know me. There's no way I'd like to put something on there and you can still see that bit there. I don't like it for some reason. I don't. Wendy said it reminds her of seaside, the darker seaside spray. Yes, it does. It does. And no pruning with the dies. Hello, Pauline. Well, we ain't been on that long, lovely, so don't worry. I came on late. I came on a half an hour late. Hello, Glenda. It's lovely to have you. Glenda's on Facebook. It's her first time watching me. She's from Australia. Hello and welcome. I hope you enjoy it and you come back next week. I'm just in cutting away some bits that I don't like. I'm just being fussy, that's all. I do need a new blade, I think, because you can tell I do a lot of fussy cutting. Where's Shirley? Shirley, are you here? Do you know what, Linda? Don't laugh, right? They were right in front of me, those dies. I must have picked them up about 4 times while I was looking for them last week. I must have picked them up, put back down again. Well, that's not them. They were there all the time. Don't put it. You don't want to see me fussy cut for 10 hours. No, sorry. I can't rush things. I have to take things easy. It's supposed to be therapeutic, not stressful. I'm going to Sandbox. Come on, Stampin' Up. I want to have one of these cutter things. Oh. Just don't cut yourself. It does need a new cut, a new blade. I'm sure I've got some blades somewhere. Linda, you and Bridget are going to have to come round and help me in my shed, because half my stuff's down there. I can't keep running up and down. I'm making a mess in the shed again. And we need to start the classes up again. And my little fairies, they come and help me every now and again. I'm grateful for my fairies. Right, I'm going to go in with my scissors, because these snips are just the best. I am so tempted to just cut those things off. That's it. I'll just say that. Yes, Wendy, there is no point of crafting. It's to relax and take your time and not to rush. Yes, Katie, they were hidden in plain sight. I wouldn't even say they were hidden, actually. I must have moved them and thought, I know, I've got them. I'll be using that this week. But I knew I had them, just couldn't find where they were. Now, if you don't like it that you've come over, well, mind you, look, it's a bit. I will leave that there. I won't leave that there. It can't be. I nearly swore then. I can't be bothered. Pop that on there. Stick that in there. It's also got some standalone dies, like little sprigs. Gypsophilia, they look like. They look like Gypsophilia. I had loads of them in my wedding bouquet. Gypsophilia. Ah. So if I want to cut those there, I'm just going to do that. And I'm just going to scribble. Oh, I wonder why that's doing that. And then I'm going to bring in the said to you, oh, I haven't got a Daffodil Delight. There's 2 Daffodil Delights now. But they look different colours. One looks orange. Daffodil Delight. Daffodil Delight. But look. Oh, they look the same there. They just look darker. They do look darker. Oh, don't forget, I did yellow there, didn't I? So, I'm not going to use my blender pen to do that. I'm going to take the water brush. Gonna suck up some water. Suck up, buttercup. Just pop it in there. You don't need too much. Then we don't get it everywhere if we knock it out of the way. That's it. Push it around with the water. And I don't mind that it's not softened, that it's got scribbles on there. I don't mind that. Oh, God. See what I mean? Look. Water. Okay. And I'm going to die cut those sprigs from there. I want to see how they come because I might want 2 lots. So just test 1 lot first, and you might not like it, and then you've wasted all your bits, haven't you? So I'm sorry for those that, if you're new, that I'm not die cutting on screen, but I think that table is it's making me dizzy, so I don't know how it's making you. I mean, I could have just used coloured cardstock, but it won't come out the same colour as your bits are coloured. And I don't know that you can see how well that's coloured there. You'll have to look at the photograph. Oh, pretty. Oh, yes. I like. I could bring them back again. I quite like. That's it. Oh, wonder if I'll just hold on to the table. I'm trying to do it really gently so it's not wobbling all over the show. I've used the fatter brush. Okay. So with this one, I might just want to do a little bit more. Or you could do like this. So this is what I was going to show you. You can actually take your wet tip and gently put it on there. And then add. And that gives you a little bit more control. I used to, this is how I used to watercolour all the time before blends and alcohol markers come in. I used to do that. And then I could just add little bits, little darker bits, just lightly. And the more water you use, the more coloration that you get. So there's several ways of watercolouring. Not just the standard bit. Poke those out. And then again, I'm going to take this to there. Just to add it a little bit at a time. It's not much, but it does show. It does show up. Pop that over there, pop that over there, that goes over there. Let's move those back onto that thing there. I don't need any more. I might use this one. That's a nice one, isn't it? Right, now let's get a card together. Yeah, I think I'll have that. So shimmery white again. And I'm going to, let's move that over there. I'm going to do my normal 8 by 12, I think. No, I know what I'm going to do. Put that there. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. So I've cut this 10 by 14.3. Wait for that to dry. I will be cutting this down. But I just want to see if I've got those dies here. They don't cut out. They don't, but they do. I'm going to try these squiggly things. And so I've put them on there, and I'm really not quite sure what they're called. So if anybody knows what these ones are called, please let me know. Oh yes, that would be quite nice. I might end up cutting round. I don't know yet. So to stop it moving, because just in case I don't want to cut round, I don't want it moving ski with. They don't actually cut all the way round. They just do an imprint, like a stitched effect. Which, when you just want to settle something, it's quite nice. And to be fair, I've never used these ones before. You know, one of those, oh, I saw something, I really liked it. I must get that because I want to make something like that, and then you never make it. Have you ever had that? I get that all the time. I'm just moving bits and pieces about. So you got, how many you got in there? I wonder if there's one missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If anyone's got a catalogue, it's in the annual catalogue. If you've got a catalogue, please let me know. That's it. Deckled rectangles. Thank you, Glenda. Whimsy something. What stamp set am I using? Sorry, Glenda. I was busy crafting away and not even looking at what anyone's set. Fresh Cut Flowers. It's called Fresh Cut Flowers. I've not moved from here, but once again, I've lost the stamp set, and I've not even moved from here. And I did show it earlier. And the dies, I don't know if they're over your way, but they're on our clearance rack because they come as the perfect partners, didn't they? So the stamp set is actually in the annual catalogue, and the dies are on the clearance rack. And I think there must have been loads of them, to be honest with you. They're still on there. And they were about £12, down from £33. I've got a squeaky chair now as well. Sorry. But I'm really sorry. I don't know where the stamp set's gone. And I can't even go for, I've not even left the chair. Oh, here it is. So it's all flowers. It's not got no words to it, no sentiments and all of that. Hi, Rachel. How are you? So yeah, it's quite nice. So you've got like infills. You've got little spriggies there. They're quite nice. Them sprigs are quite nice. And I think that looks quite lovely. We might just leave that there. And you can pull them apart. You don't have to have them as one kind of thing. Oh, very nice. Let's get this up on stilts. Is it still? Let me go a bit further away because I think probably doing your brain in. When I've missed a load of comments. Sorry. Wendy says to cut them off. That was them funny little things. Them funny things. And oh shoot, I thought I threw water everywhere. Yeah. Have I missed anything else? Fresh cut flowers, yes. And Glenda, I made this one last week using the same set, but we used the Fluid 100 paper, and I hand cut all of those. You don't want to be hand cutting. If you can get those dies for that price. I mean, I paid full price for them, and they're useful, especially if we still got the stamp set. You don't want to, even though the dies are on the clearance rack and probably like really tired. We still got the stamp set, so why not? Why not use them? Use your stash. I should do another live crafting once a week. Use your stash day. So they're not that sticky, them ones. So I'm going to double adhesive. And these always give you a little bit, when you do a little bit of adhesive, wet glue over the top of your doobies, gives you wiggle room. So if you're layering up and so you're layering this up onto there and you've only got a tiny bit of bits around it, but if you put it down, you're kind of stuffed. There's several ways you can heat gun from behind and lift it all up again, or you can double adhesive and you can shift it around. But that's really pretty. Okay, let's have a looky here. Have a little play where you want these bits to go. Tuck them over. Don't be afraid to pull the stalks off. Because this card as well. See, that's come off okay. Shimmery cardstock is quite robust as well. 1, 2, 3. And you can add those two together to make a big one. I quite like just the two of them, but the rule of 3 is really shouting at me. What do you think, guys? Do you think that'd be all right there? I think they might be. What do you reckon? The dies are stitched with whimsy, and there's 3 squares, 3 rectangles, £27 for the set. That's not bad. Let me just check how many I've got. 6. Oh, so I have got the correct one. It's funny because, oh, shoot. It looks like there's something missing in there, don't it? It looks like there should be like layers up there. But they're really nice. I like them. I think I might use them more. Rachel says, I'm okay. Thank you. How are you? How's Paul? Paul is okay. Paul just wants to come home. He's getting super stressed there. Let's just say, as per normal, there's been a few issues and quite a few today. And I think that's why I'm getting stressed at leaving him there. Ugh. Anyway, it can't be helped, I suppose. But it was a long-awaited, planned operation, and hopefully a lot of the things that was going wrong will be now rectified. So you notice that I only put wet glue on the bottom of them. I like to have them free at the top, so it gives it a little bit more movement texture. Because what you could have done is just add adhesive sheets if you wanted to lay them down flat, but I don't want to do that. I just glue, so like in one little place, so that they can move freely. Yeah, okay, when they come out of the envelope, when you've given them to somebody, they might pull a bit, but you can always lay like another piece of paper over the front of it and post it like that, so that when it comes out, it won't pull. Now this bit here has got caught underneath that thing, but I want to make sure it don't fall out. That's it. There we go. Rachel said, that's good to hear. You should be on the mend. Sorry, it's not happy again. All the trouble with the NHS. Yeah. Thankfully, his ward is not really directly affected by all the strikes, because it's a critical ward and they're not allowed to go on strike. But they still got less staff, and there's still lots and lots and lots of agency staff, which is really sad. It's sad that they get paid more if they go on agency than if they just worked directly for the NHS. I find that very sad. It used to bug me when I used to work there. I used to work in the same hospital. I'm thinking, I work really hard, and your agency staff, I'm having to teach you, and you get more than me. And that's not very good for morale at all. I'm not sure that's going to go with that, because I've filigreed that, haven't I? I've filigreed it. Let's have a look now what we've got. Okay. I've not got enough of this colour to make a card blank, unfortunately. But you know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. Right, I'm going to cut it. Because we can add and take away. Make sure up here I've not got that colour. I might have that colour up there, actually. Have I got that colour up there? Yeah, I have. But you know what? say if you've only got a small piece of card, I'm going to do it this way just to show you. If you've got you've not got enough to make a card blank, you need your normal size card blank. So I'm going to cut it the width that I would cut, which is 10.5. And then I'm going to score. How did that all get wet? That'll dry anyway. I'm going to score. I'm going to take it over to the 5.9. Take no notice of the watermark there, because that's where I would cut it in, score it in half. So if you've got the US letter, do exactly the same as where you would score in half. Then what we can do is score it over. I've got a piece of this. Let's see if that's 14 point. Yes, that's perfect. Cut that down to 10.5 that way. And then you'll have the front will be the colour that you want, because you're going to then taper that there. And this is where we could use that you'd have to trim it a little slightly, I think. Pull it up. This is where we could use this nice die, and we can make a little doobry of it. So let's, because we don't want it that long. So say if we did it like that. Oh yes. It's not want not. Just put that up there like that. Do they layer in the stitched rectangle dies? Do they layer? Katie says, do they layer in the stitched rectangle dies to give added details? Linda says, very pretty. Let me just cut this and then I will check for you. Okay, put that there. So this is another way that you could use your scraps, basically. Or if you've only got so much of the cardstock and you don't want to use it all because you want to use it for something else, this is a great way of doing that. So just let's have a look. Stitch rectangles. Oh, they're over here because we was using them the other day. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. I don't know, because you've only got so that's the same size as that. So the biggest one is this one. So you could let's have a look. Yeah, you could there, yeah. But you couldn't, I suppose you could with the squares. But yes, that does look nice, doesn't it? That's a fault. I will have a play, Katie. I will have a play. See how they all coordinate. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so make sure that you're tap down to the table so that that's all straight there. And then it might be rather nice, actually. So, a couple of tips there for you this evening. That just makes a nice bit of interest on the back there when you stamp that you've handmade it. And okay, you've got a little bit of a lippy there. That's all right. We're not worried about that. So then you've got enough bits in there. And we can lay that, I think, on there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And I'm gonna put some dimensionals on the back of here because I think it looks rather nice laid up. Trying to find me fat ones. And then I can double adhesive them so that I manage to get them in the right place. So if you like the crafting tonight, please do share for me. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to try and see if I can, because you know me in tech, I'm not very good. I need to start giving these cards away to people that are joining me, I think. So I'm going to have a look into, I think YouTube do one. So I'll do like a giveaway because I can make two of something, can't I? I can give a giveaway, one for on Facebook, one for on YouTube. Oh, looking very good, looking very good. We need a little bit of sprinkle. Katie says I love my stitch rectangles, but it's always a bit annoying that they've designed for the US scale. So they're a little bit wide and short for our card size. Yes. Yeah. Whereas this one here, even though that is designed as well, it doesn't notice much. So if you equal out the top and the bottom and then equal out the sides, it doesn't seem to matter much. A little bit of splash of Winkostella. Might want to just add them to those leaves. Just to give a little bit of glitz. And to the little gypsyphilia. When I got married, my headdress was all gypsyphilia. Just gypsyphilia. It was really pretty. There we go. That's looking really lovely. That's looking real lovely. Oh. Paul keeps messaging me. I'm off to bed. They're like, when can you get into bed, Mr. Fee? He goes, not yet. I'm watching something. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, mind you, it's 10:15, isn't it? They probably want to settle down for the night. Now, we've got to have a sentiment of some sort, haven't we? I don't know what to do with the sentiment. Do you know what? Sometimes it doesn't really need anything more, does it? Good night, Paul. Katie's saying. Ah, Rachel. Yes, I had roses, white creamy roses with Jip for my hand bunch thing. But oh, there's loads of messages coming through. Oh, I'm sorry. Katie says if I won one, I'd frame it because they works of art. Oh, you're so lovely. Oh, Kathleen says, can I ask why glue on the dimensionals? So, when you put something down, when you've got the dimensionals, sometimes they're so sticky that if you've not put it in the correct place, it's really painful to get it back up again. So if you want to have like a small border round, or you're not quite sure and you think you might want to take it back up without tearing the bits underneath, then if you add the wet glue to it, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room and then it'll stick solid. Michelle says, a beautiful card, just found you. We'll have to watch the replays as you love my work. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Ah, bless you. Well, you might want to watch last week's one as well because we used the same set. But the girls wanted to see me use the dies, so we hand cut that one out. That was quite painful to hand cut of that thick watercolor paper. But this one is shimmery white, and we've used those whimsy stitched dies. And the dies you can get on the clearance rack here in the UK. I should imagine there's loads over in all the countries really, because they were only out for a month, and you know, our budgets, sometimes we just want certain things, and then we think, oh, we'll wait till next month, and they were only out for a month. So I think there's loads of them about. But that's that. We used watercolor pencils because normally it's Stampin' Blends, and we used mainly the blender pens to paint them. And then we scribbled on a bit of paper with the pencils and used a bit of water, and that's how I cut out the gypsophilia, so I could get the same similar colour. So really all we've got to do now is add, I suppose, some sequins. Let me have a look at these. I haven't used these ones before. Oh, there's lots of different things. It's not just green, it's like gold and silver and pearls as well. Oh, that's a nice colour. I don't know what that is. I don't know that it's a sequin. Oh, look at that. Oh, this one is about 15 quid. Look how giant those pots are. And you get 3 pots in the box. Pinks, blues and greens. And I think these may take over from my beloved Sparkle and Shines. These are really nice. Look how lovely green they are. Oh, Linda, I know you don't like green, but these are pretty. They are pretty. And then you've got like little hexagon things. Oh, I don't even think I'm going to put a sentiment on this. Emma used a a sentiment today on one of her cards, and just said friend, and it was really lovely font. I don't know which. Oh, these are gorgeous. The list gets longer. It does. Katie said, just remembered I haven't created today's project. Fun fold Friday. So I'm beavering away now. Well, that's a fun fold, what we've just done with that, with the back of this card. It's a secret fun fold. There's a twist on your fun fold card Friday. Thank you, Glenda. Glenda said it's beautiful. Thank you. I'm gonna just doobie these. Make sure this is not coming out too quick. Really got to be gentle with this bottle because the screen, I think, is beautiful. It's just the perfect colour. That one come out a bit too fast. And of course, these are perfect if you've got a splodge, which there's one up there I've just noticed. And they just go straight over. There. Little hexagons are pretty. I think we need another hexagon, just a little hexagon up the top there, just to even it out. I like this. Yum, 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 yum. Look how thick that is. These go nice in your shaker cards, Katie. They go nice in your shaker cards. Okay, folks. So, I think that's it for now. So I've showed you a trick where if you've not got an awful lot of cardstock of the one that you need, because it's an offcut, you can make a card blank. I've showed you how to colour with the blender pens. So you get 3 in a pack. I think they're about 11.75 or 10.75. Anyway, this, they last forever, and you've got the same brush tip on either end. And we've used it on shimmery white, even though it looks cream, shimmery white, and it very, very gently. So we've taken the pencil to, oh, nearly knocked me drink over. I found myself. Oh my God, I'm a nightmare around a bit of fluid. Sorry about that. And we gently dragged the colours up from where we want. So we've used pumpkin pie and Calypso coral. We've given a gentle white like wash under there, and then we've used Old Olive, and I thought it was crushed curry, but it's not. It was Daffodil Delight. Then we did a wash with the Old Olive and Daffodil Delight on just a piece of scrappy bit of Whisper shimmery white, and then cut out with the dyes of Gypsophilia. I mean, you don't have to get the dyes with it. You can use any sort of spray dye that you've got at home. Use your stash. But I mean, if you're in the UK, £12.80 for these dyes that match a set that's in the annual catalogue. You've got the border, you've got standalone dyes here, and then you've got a dye that cuts out every single flower on here. Not every single image on here. So you haven't got to fussy cut any of those because there's dies for them. And there you go. There you have it. So that's fresh cut flowers, and I'm sure the dies are called fresh cut too. Fresh cut dies and fresh cut flowers. So me painstakingly hand cutting that. That's watercolored as well, but that's on watercolor paper, and that's using inks, the ink pad, not necessarily the re-inkers, but ink pads. Look, two different ways. So two watercolor effects, but different ways of using them and different papers. So the shimmery white is quite nice. You'll get a different texture and a different effect using the Fluid 100. But there you go. Thank you very much, Kathleen. Oh, Katie, you're too kind. Katie said that's really phenomenally. You make me say words I can't say. Phenomenal, I can say. Phenomenally, I can't. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Watch the laptop. What's the laptop? What do you mean, watch the laptop? Rolling your eyes. Katie says she hasn't done a shaker yet. You need to do your shaker card. And Michelle says lasts forever. I should imagine that's these that you may be talking about, or all those sequins. There's thousands of them, I think, in that pack. Thank you very much for joining me. Do take care. You know, I may come on again in the week. I may not. Sometimes times run. I have the best intentions of coming on, but I will definitely be back on Friday. And I might, you know, use some retired stuff on another day. I might do like use your stash day, so that you could use your own stash. You may have flowers similar to this, and you could do the same technique and get a very similar effect. But thank you very much for joining me. Oh, spilling me drink. Yes. Watch the laptop. Funnily enough, Rachel, my laptop's now on a stilt, so there's no way it can get on there. But I used my elbow. I nudged it out of the way. But there you go. I chat too much. But thank you very much for joining me. I'll take photographs of this one tomorrow. This one's already on my blog and on my Instagram and Facebook page, and it's the videos on Facebook page, and the video is now on the YouTube under Simply Fairies Kim Fee. And this one I will upload photos tomorrow and pop it on my blog. I really enjoyed using that. Thank you very much for joining me. Take care, everyone. Have a nice weekend.